BAS-B is a new battle rifle in Modern Warfare 3, and you start out with a 20 round mag and you can increase it to 30 rounds. It reminds me a lot of the Cronen Squall in Modern Warfare 2 and how they are both battle rifles as well, and these guns were meta. I believe the BAS-B is a meta weapon right now. This gun was so fun to use, and it was actually a really good gun in all the maps I've played, even in the ground war maps, due to how much range and the bullet velocity it has. To me, it felt a lot like a heavier hitting and a more recoil version of the ACR or the MCW. BAS believe that this gun will hit you harder than Dylan Dennis hit Logan Paul. In my build, there was much more recoil, which could be manageable, but I focused a lot more on movement, ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, and thus choose the build that you would prefer. I believe this gun would be my go-to if I'm trying to go for high kill gameplays, if I'm trying to get an easy nuke. And I do believe that this gun will be nerfed in the future. Wouldn't be surprised if it's nerfed before Modern Warfare 3 officially comes out. In my build, I was using the monolithic suppressor. Do you guys always run suppressors, or it depends on the game mode, or what? Let me know. I personally always run them in any game, even if there's no benefit, such as in Modern Warfare 2. Running and gunning stealthy is my kind of playstyle, and also using a suppressor, it just feels like there's less noise coming into my ear. And what vest did you guys enjoy using in the Modern Warfare 3 beta? At first, I did use a gunner vest to get that overkill type of style, but then once I unlocked the demolition vest, I really tended to just use that for almost all my builds. I really love having that restock kind of perk to restock tacticals and lethals, especially in 6v6. Using the demolition vest, you're able to pick a gear, and the one I use almost every class setup would be the Ghost TV camo. Especially with the UAV spam that's always going on in ground wars 6v6. Being under the radar will just help you survive longer, get more kills, and get you closer to your next nuke. And I give props to Sledgehammer for keeping it how it was in Vanguard, where ghosts will only work if you were moving. I personally prefer this because it prevents Timmies from hiding around, being in corners with their shotguns, just waiting for a quick kill. And also, it does really help with the movement flow around the map. There's less hunting, looking for people, searching for people, and there's more people coming up to your face. What gloves did you guys love to use? I enjoyed using the commando gloves. There's just something about running and reloading at the same time to have that faster movement. I just feel that it's great for those players who love to play aggressive, who love to run and gun, and it can really save you countless times on killing one or two people and then sprinting while reloading and then coming back to finish off the other people. So it really does help for, making great clips. For the sneakers or boots or whichever, I did love using the covert sneakers. It's like running constant dead silence, and especially in a game where we were coming from a Modern Warfare 2 game where everyone was sound whoring, that is just huge, especially in ground where you can sneak up on people. I've finished and moved so much people in this game already in just the beta, just because of having covert sneakers. So that's a huge W. It's great also for those players who love playing aggro, and you can just sneak up on people, you can spawn trap, you can run up to their spawns, especially with the suppressor, with the ghost. You can be fully stealthy, and that's what I love. It reminds me a lot of Vanguard, when people were less camping. Even though every game will have camping, I did feel like that flow of the game was pretty fast paced because everybody was running and gunning, especially with having goals only active when you're moving. Even though it was blitz pacing, assault pacing, it just kept people moving. If you guys can't tell by now, I was a huge fan of Vanguard. It was a really good game for gun and movement skill. And so far the Modern Warfare 3 beta reminds me a lot of that game with just a modern feel to it. I think a lot of people did not enjoy Vanguard solely because it was in a World War II era. It did have its flaws, like having the perks like forward intel, radar. Should have been stuff that we had from the beginning in terms of radar, like having someone fire an unsilenced weapon and showing up in the minimap. But having forward intel was just heaven for those who play aggro and can really read a minimap, because with that, it was pretty much a constant UAV the whole game. One thing that I didn't like, but I also did like, was having dead drop. You know, it does help the noobs out to get their kill streak, so those people are more prone to camping, but it did help players who play really aggro and help for their team and get local informants. If you're playing against a 6-man in Vanguard, might as well just leave the lobby, because you know those people have dead drop and they each got local informants. You're just gonna set up to get your ass whooped, to be honest. The conduction headset gear perk was also another favorite choice I had. It was just really good on the ears, avoid any of those extra miscellaneous sounds playing in the background. But I do wonder if there's going to be people who find a way to edit their headset settings to make it sound that way, just to amplify footsteps even more, just like how they did in Modern Warfare 2. What do you think are going to be the pro class setups for rank? I'm guessing for the perks, for the boot perks, they're going to use the covert sneakers for dead silence. The gear perk is going to be EOD padding to reduce damage from explosives. Glove perks, I do think it will be the commando gloves. Or it could be the quick grip gloves as well too. And one thing I am disappointed on was in last time's video, I expressed how I was so happy that they won't have no spawn helos in the ground war maps. But unfortunately, I did play a game of Orlov military base. First thing I saw was a spawn halo. And I thought we were moving in the right direction. But I guess Sledgehammer, Activision, they do have to find a way to cater to the bots. I did reply to them on Twitter just to let them know about my concerns regarding that and how it messes up the flow. Not that my opinion is more valid than others, but a lot of more aggressive players, higher KD players do have the same concerns that I have. It is a lot harder to spawn trap. It doesn't give that domination type of feeling pushing them back to their spawn. But also, we haven't even played the new war mode that will be in this game. So we will see how that goes. But war might be the better ground war version in this game. So we'll see when the full game comes out. All in all, I'm super excited for this year. I really did enjoy the beta. Surprisingly, Modern Warfare 2 beta I did not enjoy it. Everybody was complaining about the movement. But everyone seems to be optimistic, but also it could be that we just had a shitty year with Modern Warfare 2 and everyone just wants the new game and, you know, the COD cycle, as they say.
Ooh, no shit, you don't say. The fuck kind of shit is that? Are you guys even trying? Like, for real?